Hello and welcome, luminous beings of light. Thank you for joining me here at the Soulfire Alchemist. I'm your host, Beth Soulfire. It's been a while since I've been around. I think the last video that I uploaded was back in March. Recorded content since then, but not really uploaded any of it. It's been a super busy year for me. There's been a lot that we've been through and had to transmute this year. A lot of things that we've had to move through in life, heavy energies. Some of you might know from videos I posted earlier in the year about my father passing away almost exactly a year ago. It was in January of last year, and my brother Patrick passed away in November. I had probably what I consider the second biggest healing crisis of my life since I died 11 years ago. I had my near-death experience and transformed a severe illness, which you can read more about on my website if you don't know about it. And my anniversary, I call it my rebirth, was January the 9th. So yes, there's been many things happen, many things transpiring. I've gone back to school to get my doctorate as a naturopath. It'll be a doctorate of traditional indigenous sacred medicine with the American College of Natural Medicine. I went in July down to Florida, get certified with them to do Thai yoga therapy and become a nutritional consultant. I've also begun work with esoteric ministries, completing another doctorate, actually two of them. One is a doctor of divinity and the other one is a PhD in metaphysics. So I'll be a metaphysician as soon as I finish my thesis statement. So I come to tell you, kind of give you an update, not only where I've been in short, and certainly I will wax more on these things later because a great deal of wisdom and a great deal of things have been coming through that I want to share with all of you to help you improve your lives and help you on your own spiritual walk as well. But I also come to you with some really wonderful announcements that I am so excited about, because for those of you who've been waiting around, I've been really trying to get Walking the Soulfire Journey jump off to a good start. It was kind of rocky in 2023 because I had so much going on. We never really could launch the way that we wanted to. So this year we are launching, and we'll be officially launching the medicine wheel, which is where you go, and I'll be explaining this in a moment, where you are entering into a more of a long-term mentorship program, beginning to heal yourself and your wounds, building your own mesa as you go through the different directions of the medicine wheel. And this whole path is called Walking the Soulfire Journey. My teacher, Dr. Rachel Mann, is the one that I did my apprenticeship with. She is the head of sacred activism for peacemaking in Charlottesville, Virginia, and Awakened Heart Shamanism. Originally, when I attended with her, her business was then the Great Medicine Wheel of the New Earth. Since then, I've been privileged to learn NLP, hypnosis. I've been down so many different paths: astrology, Sabian symbols, divine Taoist alchemy. There have been so many paths that I've been down the last few years because I have been in that inhale mode, where you are taking in the information and knowledge and integrating it. And so that's the journey that I've been on, is sort of one of a hermit and one of, a master in process. Not that I claim mastery, but one certainly who is traversing a trail up the mountain. And my job is to be a leader, and I've had to just come to terms with that, And sometimes it's the most humbling thing in the world when we have to just admit our power and admit what God put us on this earth to do. And you'll forgive me when I use different terminologies and names for God, because I'm an interfaith minister and I must speak to everyone and meet them in their own path. So whatever term you like, higher self, universe, oneness, Allah, Buddha, it doesn't really matter to me. It all refers to the same divine energy. Okay. So moving along, I don't want to make this any longer than it has to be. That's something new I'm trying to move through as well, because my videos traditionally are very long. but I want to get through some announcements for you. And also, I'm going to do a short little video just on what is shamanism. So if you don't know what this is and you're kind of like, oh, I kind of know, or I think I know, but I don't really know that I know, then certainly I would recommend that you go and watch that video. I'll be posting it after I post this one. So it will probably be on the top of my feed, and then you'll see this one. And if you're not interested in, listening to some of this beginner material or the announcements, you can certainly just go on to that one. If I have any scrub forward points of note, I'll put them down in the notes section on YouTube. So my first announcement that I wanted to make is to talk to you a little bit, first of all, about the upcoming astrology that we have, and how this is going to be interacting with the medicine wheel. And we take the ideals in Walking the Soulfire Journey of combining the shamanic medicine wheel itself with the medicine wheel of astrology. Okay. I call this shamanic astrology. Now, that term has been used before, I have heard, but certainly long before I ever heard of it, it was a term that came to me divinely. Along with astrology, however, we look at the wheel of the year, the Celtic wheel of the year. We look at all forms of shamanism and all wisdom traditions, and that's part of my study with the doctorate of traditional Indigenous sacred medicine, is to study different forms of shamanism, and that's been a path that I've been on for quite a while now. About 9 years, 8 to 9 years of my life, specifically down this path that I've been called to since I had my near-death experience 11 years ago. So I wanted to make an announcement to you that I'm actually starting a mastery class, because I'm looking for specific people that I want to work with for this master class. If you're somebody who's really serious about learning, if you love earth-based medicine, you are on this path, you feel like you're already trying to, figure out what your soul path is, and you're a highly spiritual person, you're looking to expand and to bloom and to blossom into more of what you can be, and that's truly something that you're looking for in this life, then I invite you to apply for this master class. I'm only going to be taking 7 to 8 people. That is the limit. Why? Because there are sacred numbers that we work in, and a smaller class is nice because it leaves individual attention, and it leaves, when we do break off into pairs to do group work with each other, it makes it nice because that's the way you want to work, is 2 by 2, especially in this type of work. So, and I'm looking for people. I'm looking for something special and something significant in people. So when you do send me an email, beth@soulfireministries.net, okay, to inquire, you'll want to request an interview with me, okay? So I'll call you, or I will send you a link, excuse me, through Calendly to set up an interview. And there'll just be some questions we'll ask. We'll make sure you're the right fit. Excuse me, and see if we are the right fit, rather. So, and working together, we want to make sure that you're the right fit for the program. It's a right fit for you, and you feel like it's something that you would really benefit from. So the first class that we're going to be starting with is going to be will be March 19th. I'm going to do a live, right? This will be online, and because it is our equinox, we're going to do sort of a New Year celebration, because it's going to be the time for Aries. It's also the International Day of Astrology, so there's a lot to celebrate there. So yes, and also, this is a perfect time for us to have a new start and to be thinking about the new things that we want to plant, because Aries represents that fresh start. It represents that very first time. It's a cardinal sign. It gets things started. It gets things moving, just like the fire behind me, right? Aries is fire, ruled by Mars. So this is the time, if you've really been thinking about, expanding your knowledge base for your career. Maybe you're a healer, maybe you're a teacher of some sort of spiritual art and you want to expand, then this would be something that would be for you. And you don't have to be either of those things. It could just be that you're on this path and this is something that really means a lot to you. So you'll start by sending me an email, like I said, Beth at Soulfire ministries.net. We'll be having in person here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and this is what you'll be doing the interview about specifically, is Walking the Soulfire Journey Masterclass. Okay, we're going to start off by doing a masterclass. Now, we don't really start until June. June is going to be the big long weekend where we will do retreat style weekends, okay, especially in person here in Knoxville. Now, we may do a hybrid online. I haven't figured out. It sort of depends on how many we end up having in the class here locally and how many there are interested on the online version. So if you live far away and you can't get here, then when you go and fill out the form or you send me an email, let me know that and let me know that you're interested in the online version. Okay, it's the year-long mentorship. So this is going to be a really good in-between time. So this mastery class is going to be on Sunday, March the 24th. Okay, so Sunday, March the 24th, put that down in your calendar. And we'll be doing that around noon. Now, I realize not everybody can get there, but I want you to understand that this is a master class. So this is not going to be your average 2-hour class. This is going to be something that will be probably from, I said noon, but if I had given some thought to doing a 2-day retreat style event where we have people come on both Saturday and Sunday because there's a lot of information to get through. However, I think for this first master class, we're just going to do Sunday the 24th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if that's a problem for you, but you're really interested in this, let me know. I'll see how, it might translate to something you could do online. And after you, have emailed me and we get a chance to talk on the interview and everything like that, I'll let you know more about what the cost is going to be like for the masterclass. It won't be anything too significant. It's not really a fee so much as where you're asking for donations, because that's the other announcement is that Soulfire Ministries is now officially a nonprofit faith-based organization. So all your tax deductions, no matter if you're coming for a class or an event, or you donate money to the ministry itself, or if you have anything to donate, you will be able to deduct that from your taxes. So no worries there. But some of the people that I'm looking for is really to help assist in building the ministry, and there's going to be very special ways that we'll do that. So especially if you find yourself being a lover of performance arts, creative arts, healing arts, any of the arts, right? Our intention is to move forward with an arts program that's going to serve the community. So this is going to give opportunity for you to get on stage and share your passion, share your talents, and also be in service of ministry while you are at it. And that's what this whole Walking the Soulfire journey is about. It's not just understanding the medicine wheel. It's not just understanding your astrology. It's not just understanding how to work with prayers and Mother Earth medicine and discovering your power animal and understanding the power of the shamanic journey and how and when to use that, and if it's something that you want to be able to do yourself and be able to hold clients, or whether you want to be able to do that for yourself and hold a congregation, as it were, right, the way that I do. So these are all questions that it's good to be thinking about. There are no decisions that have to be made. Now you may already know. However, this first masterclass is going to be really special. We're going to be talking about the introduction to Walking the Soulfire Journey. We're going to be going over all of the information that I typically go over when we have the Ancestors, Elementals, and Mother Earth course. This is talking about ancestral lineage healing, communication, how you can work towards a path of healing for yourself that will impact your lineage on a really meaningful level, as well as the planet. And we're in desperate need of that right now. We'll be talking about shamanic journeys. You'll be going on a shamanic journey. You'll be on a guided one to discover some things about yourself. And some of these things, they must remain a mystery. So, and we must leave room for spirit to move. So, and some of these things I don't necessarily make a specific itinerary. I have one in mind as a teacher. However, I make space for spirit to move and guide us wherever, because I find that the people that are in the class, their own higher self is what helps guide the class itself as to where it needs to go. So that's another powerful thing to consider when thinking about taking this master class and signing up for it. We'll also be going over the directions. This is part of walking the Soulfire Journey path, the power in each of the directions, how for us, why there's not just 4 directions, but 6 or more directions, and what those are and what they embody. We'll be going over prayers. We'll be doing some drumming and rattling. So if you have a drum or a rattle, you'd like to bring that along, you're certainly welcome to. Bells, talismans, anything sacred, we can go over all that later. If time allows and we have room for it in our class, our master class, I'd like to go over the Earth Mandala Medicine and Magic course, which I have right now available on my website for $199. However, you can get a reduced fee on that if you become a part of this and you decide to enter into the master class on March the 24th, then you're going to get free access to that. So you'll be able to access that. It comes with a free workbook. You'll be able to access that, after the class and have access to all the materials within it. It's very valuable. There's a lot of work put into that. I have to say thank you to my teachers. If it weren't for all of their knowledge and wisdom, none of this would be possible. And I've got to, thank my own higher self and the journey that I've been on and the great cosmos and divine mystery, a great mystery who, has always brought me through all of the traumas that I have had to hold and come forth with new knowledge, new wisdom, and evolution and enthusiasm about life, and to really try to make the most out of a rotten tomato, right? And so if you find yourself being on that path and you're like, geez, I don't know what to do with my life, I'm in pain. I know though that I'm meant to be a spiritual leader or a guide of sorts, and certainly somebody that, and you don't have to, this is not a requirement. I'm just saying that if you feel a pull towards the shamanic arts, performance arts, this could be comedy, music, dancing, singing, it could be any of the healing arts at all, Reiki, crystal therapy, it doesn't matter. And also if you're a creative artist that is of the healing sort, you love to make things with your hands. That to me is ministry. You cannot produce art and not be a minister of sorts if you're doing it in your authenticity and with intention, and you understand what you're producing and why. So those are all things that I just wanted to get out there and let you guys know about. I'm going to make this announcement to my email list because y'all have waited forever. And I know, and I thank you so much for your patience because you have been on this waiting list, some of you for a very long time. And so now's the time. And if you find yourself being able to plan ahead for March, then I really suggest you shoot me on over an email. Again, beth@soulfireministries.net. Let me know that you're interested. We will get you set up with a short interview. We'll probably won't be but 15 minutes. And then see what we can do to get you into the mastery class. And like I said, there is a limit on this number. I'm only taking 6 to 8 people. 8 is the maximum. I will not take more because there are many reasons behind that. But in order to preserve the sacredness of it and to really make it meaningful and special and really pull out your talents, your abilities, and your skills, it requires a smaller group. And there's many reasons we will be going into in the masterclass itself about all of these sacred mysteries. This is a part, Soulfire Memories is a parent organization to Soulfire Alchemy Academy, which is under the guise in which you'll be taking these courses. And of course, if you can't make it out to the in-person one, and even if you can, I invite you to join my live on March 19th. This will be online. I'll probably be doing this around noon to 2 p.m. if you can make time in your lunch hour. And I really love this area too, because this is right in between the equinox and our full moon that's coming up on the 25th in Libra. And this is going to be a lunar eclipse. And it is occurring at 5 degrees and 7 minutes of Libra. And for those of you who follow astrology very well, you might know and understand that we've had a whole lot happening at the 5-degree mark and several different signs because of the placement of Saturn and some of the other inner planets that keep passing through and making these conjunctions and sextiles and oppositions and squares to this point of 5 degrees. So if you have any planets or points of 5 degrees in your natal chart, you might pay special attention to this. and learn, strive to learn more about it, certainly. But I really feel like this is a really strong in between point. The 24th being the day before the full moon, we will probably do some sort of fire ceremony as well, a shamanic fire ceremony. And this is within itself is going to be very healing, very transformative. These workshops, just the fire ceremony alone, is so highly transformative. I have seen it change lives and completely shift them. So I'm going to leave it at that for now. Check out more at my website, bethsoulfire.com. Please be patient with me. These changes have not occurred yet online. I'm still working in the background to get all these changes up and make sure everything has been published. I'm working through so much right now, trying to get 3 doctorates. I had to pause and think. Yes. And in addition to that, I'm taking on perhaps a leadership role with another school that involves the Sabian symbols, and I'll want to talk more about that after I get permission to do that in a later video. So that's some more exciting news. But certainly the announcement of Soulfire Ministries, it officially being a faith-based organization, nonprofit, and I am looking for volunteers. And so if you feel called to ministry in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and you feel called and warmed, and it warms your heart to think about doing ancestral lineage healing, planetary healing, and of course, personal healing, and you find the magic that is involved with earth-based spirituality. You can read the signs, as they say, and you understand, and you hear messages, and you notice synchronicities, and you notice correspondences and things like that. This is for you. And the first 8 people that reach out to me, of course, don't hesitate to reach out just because you think, oh shucks, she's not going to have the room. You don't ever know who's going to be a fit and who won't be. I don't know how many interviews that I'll be doing before we reach our number that's satisfactory. So if it's something that you're interested in, definitely send me an email. If you're going to go on to the link, I'm going to try to put the link below the video. If it is there and you're able to click on that link, you can put yourself on the wait list. That's going to at least let me know that you've got an interest in it. And you'll be on my email list. That's an important part of this, is that you want to make sure you're signed up for this newsletter, because I'm going to be sending out news and information that have to do with announcements regarding when we're going to be holding these classes, these lives. There's much more that we're going to be doing in anticipation for opening up the medicine wheel this year. So I'm so excited. I'm excited to be back doing what I love. It's been a hard road this year, but it has shown me many things about who I am and what I'm being required, what's being required of me. And it is being required of me to show up for you. And if I can't show up for you, then what am I doing? So you show up for you. This is time for you to show up for you. Because if you're not showing up for yourself, then what are you doing? Because you can't be here for other people if you're not. And without this expansion and self-reflection that we enter into by doing this work, it creates a collective field amongst us that each of us individually go throughout the world and create change. But as a group, we're even more powerful in being able to create positive change in the world and to bring heaven down to earth and to walk this world in love. And that does mean divine love for ourselves and for our fellow walking beside us on this earth plane. And I can go into so much more about that, but if you're kind of interested in where I go with that sort of thing, you can look into past videos. So I guess that is all for now. I'm going to close this video here. And if you're interested in learning more about what shamanism is, I really encourage you to go ahead and watch the next video that I'll be publishing, hopefully within just a day or two of this one coming out. And if you are on my email list and you've gotten this email already and you haven't reached out to me, I'm opening up to the public now, because if you're seeing this actually on YouTube and it has been published, then this is the public knowing now. So they will be welcome to send me an email and to get signed up for this masterclass, which is what will be responsible for helping usher you into the actual Walking the Soulfire Journey medicine wheel beginning in June of 2024. All right, so there you have it. Now, I hope that your year has been good. I know a lot of people have had a tough year. 2023 has been challenging. There's been so much happening in the cosmos that has just kept us on our toes and kept us trying to battle through and trudge through, and it feels really heavy at times. So look forward to and know that we'll be holding ceremonies and services as a ministry to help you process through some of this trauma. Once again, if you're not on the newsletter, please go sign up for it now, bethsoulfire.com. The ministry's website is being worked on, is not fully published yet. However, I will make that announcement when the time is right for that. In the meantime, it's all being housed on bestsoulfire.com, which is Soulfire Alchemy Academy, our mystery school that we're building. So thank you for your time. I know it's been a little longer of a video than I anticipated, but I thank you so very much. I love you so very much. And I will see you on the flip side.